Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for some indie comic reviews for this week, and as you can see I will be reviewing King Spawn and Scorched, both linked to the Spawn universe, and sure enough, let's see how these two went and if I'll be continuing with reviewing these series, let alone picking them up through my LCS. Starting off with first things first, that is the cover. Does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that's happening inside of the story? Sure enough it does for King Spawn issue 8, to which both of these stories are done by the same author, to which I gave the cover a 7 out of 10. I'll now move to showing the internal art in regards to the story, show you some of the things that are happening inside of the story, and then give you the rating for the internal art. Now this is some of the art around the beginning of the story. As you can see here, there's a bit of a talk about some of the things that have happened in the past in relation to Spawn. As we jump towards the middle of the story, we still have Spawn still investigating and looking into the Psalm 137 group. And also those who seek to remove him. And last but not least, towards the end of the story, to which we have this new character basically being taught to be the Kingslayer. This is about the only thing that sort of felt consistent with this story, as it carried over from the last two previous issues. The rest of it just felt like a bit of a white noise at the beginning, but this is about the only thing that really stood out, that I actually enjoyed, and that's really disappointing. So for the internal art, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Jumping into the story and how I rate the story. Now, did we get any comic references? No, we didn't get any comic references. What about any indication of time? No indication of time. No idea in regards to where this is taking place location-wise, so in all of those things, I am highly disappointed. About the only thing that I was able to make out was in reference to the training up of the Kingslayer. The cast of characters, we had Spawn, Zira, Mana, and Black Azrael, and of course the Kingslayer at the end. I'm very disappointed with this issue. Though, I will say one thing, it doesn't stop me from wanting to pick up these when they come out in softcover trade paperback. That's about the only thing. So I'm going to move on to the next one, and that is the Scorched. So, jumping into first things first, and that is the cover. Does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that's happening inside of the story? Yes, it does, to which I gave it a 7 out of 10. I will now jump to showing the internal part of the story, as well as seeing some of the things that are taking place in the story, and then moving to its rating. So, let's have a look at the beginning, middle and end. Now, this is some of the stuff in regards to the beginning of the story. As you can see here, we've got Spawn showing up. Some of the things that are happening in the Ukraine. But we do end up changing location. As we move a little bit further into the story, we see the appearance of medieval Spawn, as well as some of the members that make up the Scorched, and who they're going up against. And last but not least, we get to see She-Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn. Of course, we get to see Medieval Spawn in this. And some new characters to which we don't get really a lot of depth about. Sure, there is a little bit of word salad, but enough to get me interested in them, not so much. I must admit, I really enjoyed the internal art, to which I gave it a 7 out of 10. Moving into the next thing, story racing. Did we get any references to any of the previous issues or something connected to the Spawn series that might actually connect to what's happening in the story? None at all, which it would not hurt to include it. Time, we got no idea of what time of day this is taking place or what time it is taking place. Locations we had in this were Ukraine and Belarus. The cast of characters consisting of Spawn, She-Spawn. We of course had Redeemer, Medieval Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn. And that was about all I could find in the cast of characters. The rest of the characters, I felt like I knew nothing about them. To which, like I said, quite disappointing this time around. I don't think I'll be reviewing Spawn again on the channel for a little while, until things maybe pick up, or I end up getting the trades to both of these titles, and maybe see what I did actually miss out on. So until then, don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, and let's keep it colourful.